Hello, welcome everybody to week 2 of Fight Night Lights Out, the brand new series brought to you by Wisdom, and it is incredible so far. We had an incredible first week, and I can't wait to talk about it again with the St. Cola. How you doing, man?
Oh, as always, when you bring me in like that, I'm hyped. I'm already hyped for this fight, because it's Friday night, and I'm feeling all right. I'm feeling like we got some king of fighters. Shout outs to Wisdom once again for coming through for the FGC, and shout outs to all of you watching. And for the players for participating too, because as you said before, we had a great week last week, and I think this week is going to be even more fire. But before we get to any of the fisticuffs, we got to talk about how the rules break down, because this is not a typical tournament, right?
Absolutely not. It's a 4-week round robin format, which is going to lead up to the final week where everybody's seeding will be decided. You must get as many wins as possible in the first 3 weeks to get to that point. And we already saw a couple of crazy ones last week, and every single individual round will matter when it comes to the tiebreakers. And when you get to that final week, you get to play for a piece of $10,000, Cola.
Sheesh, that is quite a bit of guap. That's green. No mean right there. 10K on the line, split up between 4 places. First gets 4,000, second gets 2,400, third gets 2,000, and fourth gets 1,600. Split up between the 3 team members. Obviously, when we're in that top spot, so you get the most guap. I'm telling you, people are definitely fighting it out to get to the end of this fantastic exhibition. And what a fantastic exhibition we got. We got a lot of killers in these pools. All right, we got a lot of killers up in these pools, and some of you might think is content creators and fighters, and some of you might think is longtime champions, but they all been putting a lot of work. First, we got Team Justin Wong with Rome himself and Reynald. Of course, there's going to be Team Kizzie Kay and AndyOCR, and then Rosa. But tell me about the next 2 teams.
Oh, we got Team Coach Steve with Yurikov and Toxic Tega, and then Team JMCrofts, who's going to be fighting up against Kizzie K. This is the content creator team we were talking about, but they were looking really good. You know, JMCrofts actually looked really good in that first game against jwong last week, but jwong did, like, he got the adjustments, he figured it out. Diaphone, even though he didn't get around, we said that against Violent, I forgot who it was. I think it was Reynald. That was the match that looked the closest, but it was a 2-0. Like, you couldn't tell. Then Violent Kain winning yet another TNS just yesterday. It's going to be an incredible set. But on the other side of things, this is the other team who did not get a W. Neither one of them had a W last week. And it is going to be so important to get that moving into the next one. As we get ready to talk to them right now, we got the captains coming up here, Kizzie K and JMCrofts. First off, we gave it to JMCrofts first last time, so we got to hear from Kizzie K. Kizzie K, how are you feeling about fighting up against the content creators?
It's pretty good. I'm looking forward to it, honestly. I'm excited just to play, to be real with you.
That sounds. You were,
I like that.
Very kind. You were very kind.
I don't think there's any kind of what I just said, but I mean, I guess so. That's how you say.
Man, focus on the mission.
Kill him with kindness, for sure.
Yeah.
Now, JMCrofts, how are you feeling after that last week? You had a pretty decent run there up against jwong's team, but how are you feeling going up against Kizzie K's?
Yeah, I think that, you know, jwong's team, it was a tough matchup, but I'm feeling good about this. I think if someone had asked me, like, could you arrange the matchups so that we get all the closest matchups possible, I think I would have done it exactly like this. I think all 3 of these games could go either way, but I feel it in my heart. We're about to 3-0. I can feel it, Kizzie. Watch out.
We about to.
I'm gonna be the angry one this week. I'm a nice guy too much.
Okay.
So I guess after our win, we're gonna get 3 new subscribers to my channel, right?
He said, "Give me the content.
Wait.
Give me the content."
Wait. Pre-match bet. Whoever wins got to drop 3 subs.
We gotta put the gift subs on it.
Drop 3 subs.
Yeah, we're gonna put the gift sub, and we're gonna get the subs.
Put the gift subs on it.
On YouTube as well.
Let's go.
Oh, we gotta
sub and YouTube as well.
All channels.
And if you already are, you gotta unsub and resub, and you gotta type on the message. You gotta type in.
I'll sub the fighting games on YouTube. Yeah.
Yo, let's go.
All
of them
good.
too.
We got a deal.
Fighting it in the smash. Okay, handshake right there. Both of the players now shooting off some heat. I like that, and I like that y'all are playing for something. Obviously, there's a lot on the line. I'm going to the points too as well. So we'll see y'all in a second. Thank y'all for giving us a little heat. I like that it was no niceties at the end of that. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Bringing back the trash talk era of the FGC, right?
Exactly. Look, that's all we've been talking about for the past like 2 days. All I'm saying is some people need to learn. That's all I'm saying. But this is a good example of it. As we get ready to get in the next match, and it is now our turn to talk a little bit amongst ourselves. Make sure, for one, if you have some predictions before these matches, use hashtag FNLO on Twitter so we can see them later on. Now, last week, I picked first, so I'm going to let you go ahead and take the wheel on this one this week. Who do you think is going to take the first round today?
I think Kizzy K is going to take it today. I think, and this is why. JMCrofts recently he had his Twitch up. He was inviting anybody to come and play. I get to see who we got to play, but I feel like if you're just inviting any old person, you might be inviting someone like me who's absolutely free. So you might actually, be worsening yourself. And I don't think that's a good sign. I don't think that's a good sign. So I think Kizzy K, he was structured in his play, so I think he's gonna take it today.
Bro,
what do you think?
It's about the grind. It's about drive and it's about power. And he stays hungry, bro, because that's who's gonna win this right now. I am on Team JMCrofts this week. Big reason why I'm going for that this week is because of how close that Diaphone Reynald set was last week. Even though Diaphone didn't get the W, I feel like he really showed what he could do with Team Waifu, and it really showed it. Like I think it'll be a strong thing coming up. I always gotta mention, you already know what he's about, but
yeah, we know what he's about.
Also, Violent Kain, man, like Violent Kain has won, I think 4 out of 5 of the TNS since they have dropped. That is good. Like that feels like almost a guaranteed W. And speaking of W's, this was gonna be a pretty rough one. They talked about the lineups. It's gonna be kind of nuts because the first match we got coming up is going to be Diaphone versus Kizzie Kay. So this is gonna be a tone setter. Whoever gets this one, I think, is going to help push a lot of momentum going into the other ones as the set continues.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially for a Kizzy K side, this is going to be a tone setter and see who's better. I can't wait to see if Kizzy K has, been practicing a lot more. He's a man that switches to mini games between back and forth, but people every so often I see him getting better on the grind of this game. So is Diaphone too. Like no offense to them, they've definitely been putting in the work too as well. And I think as we talked about previously, before this even popped up in terms of this production right here today, we were talking about how the meta is slowly changing. We already talked about the DLC was super strong with it. Gato, top of the list,
winner.
You don't miss that character. So good. He is. He is definitely the winner.
That is the winner of DLC Team 1, man. Like Team Garu, it is Team Gato, bro. His buttons have been so good. We were talking about the cash outs that Gato has. We've been seeing Gato show up in so many brackets already compared to we've seen, we saw jwong's B Jeanette last week, which thank you for that. I appreciate you. But when it comes to Rock, he has shown up on quite a few teams, but I feel like Rock is kind of just feeling a very similar role to many other characters, right? Like Rock feels like that Terry pick, that Robert pick, that Andy change up. Like he's that good damage dealer, but he doesn't have, I think, that uniqueness that Gato has right now, where I think you said it best. His jumping game and his safe poke game up close, 5C, man, into cash outs, the EX palm. You just feel stupid when you get hit, and you just gotta hold that. It's such an incredible character right now.
You know how you feel stupid? Because you didn't pick that character at the character select screen. You're like, dang, I should have been a Gato player. Someone hits you with some nasty stuff, you're like, dang, I should have been a Gato player.
I think it was last week when we saw Reynald pull him out. We're like, all right, yo, all my opinions of thinking of, okay, I was gonna become a B Jeanette player along with Joe. I was like, all right, look, I'm about to become a Gato player. This game, it wasn't even optimized either. That's the crazy part. That wasn't even optimized stuff. That was only day 1. So I can't imagine what week 2 is about to be.
I mean, we can say that for all the characters out here too, right? Athena could get better. It's a character that you have to really meter manage her. She gets a lot of damages in general. She really she can be ignorant, right? We saw Psycho Ball, stuff like that. She can get ignorant with it, but you got to be able to well space yourself out, flesh out your zoning game. That's a really big part of her game plan too as well. And I think overall with a lot of the characters, because everyone ran to the top tiers, yes, I'm looking at you. You did the Vanessa, Terry, Ralph pick to do it. I see you out there. So did many of us. It took a little bit for people to say, I can do other weaker characters and then maybe put the top tiers in there every so often, right?
Like we said, we call that team smart financial decisions. That's all it is. Especially when you got $10,000 on the line across 4 weeks, you want to pick the team that's gonna get you that money. But when it comes to these two, to start things off, we are going to have Diaphone versus Kizzie Kay, the captain going up against one of the strongest pieces of JMCrofts' team. last week we did see that Athena come out from Diaphone, and he did actually pull it out in TNS again. So this is the team didn't really change. It is Athena, Vanessa, and Dolores. I don't know if we'll be seeing the same thing. Yes, we are. We're going to see the same thing. But on the opposite side of that, Kizzy K, I like this all-around pick, man. Robert, Joe, and Rock, you could put them pretty much anywhere, and you're going to be fine. I feel like this is such a good all-around team. Great DP action, great poke game, and I think Rock at the end being able to spend all that meter is going to be a problem.
I mean, same aside for Diaphone, the fact that the character that's Dolores can hit you as an anti-air and smoke you for that decision and get that win is going to be super important. But as batteries, though, both these characters play very well. You know, Athena, and also we have my man over here, Kizzie Kay, with the Robert, can definitely put out enough, you know, pressure to build up that bar to go far later on. Let's see who's going to take it. Team Kizzie Kay versus JMCrofts. Let's get it.
Got game number one. We got a whole zoning game going on right now, just waiting to see who bites the bullet first. He who slings first usually is the one to lose, but the Tatsu coming through, not enough, but did get him positioning on the left. Diaphone poking his way back out with the Psycho Balls. We did mention this last week too, though. We saw Athena, we were like, okay, zoner. And then all of a sudden, Athena was rushing down, and I had to change my opinion to this character.
I mean, that's part of it, right? But you can't zone every damn day, right? Because you have to worry about the hops at play. At certain distances, one big jump in situation, careful with it, could spell doom, but nice DP. Back to basics with it. Both of them trying to play that zoning game that you have to be so careful with it. We see Athena does have the reflect.
Bruh.
Same day delivery.
Man, look, when they asked you to come on, they definitely were looking for the Street Fighter caster, because I feel like what we're watching right now, this looked like a whole match of Street Fighter, just zoning, perfect footsie game, just trying to make sure that they don't overextend. And you can see the way Diaphone understands if he jumps in too much, he's going to get DP'd. It's not worth it.
Oh, looking for off the low. So the EX bar for the Tatsu. Wake up with the close range button again, the jump in situation. Close range fireball, maybe not what he wanted to do.
Cash out,
Diaphone.
yep. Cash out, yes. Oh, just barely didn't kill, but gets the throw and takes it out over Diaphone. That was so close. It was literally a pixel, because I can't believe that didn't kill. But now Vanessa, look again. Vanessa, all right. Look, chat. All right, listen to me.
Talk to me,
chat. Listen to me for a second. There's nothing wrong. Okay, she needs it. She's fine. Nothing's wrong. Like this. Nothing about this. Nothing about this is
Jump CD.
wrong. Okay. Nothing's
that
wrong.
corner carry. Nothing's wrong there. Oh, you didn't see it, but y'all about to see what's wrong with this character. If Diaphone can get going, dishing out the damage, building up the bar to go far in the middle of combos, you might get smoked like BBQ out here. But let's see what it do. Kizzy K does have the Joe at play. This character is just full screen zoning and can put you in some bad pressure situations. If you let him, it's how we start. Oh no, that's a big input error. I do not think that's what Kizzy K wanted at all.
You're talking about the BBQ, but you already know Diaphone's got that sauce ready to pour it all over. She's got that big damage in the corner, going for the grab. What do you do this time? You went for an empty jump, trying to get a roll out with the low, but just gets away.
Corner play right here, Kizzy K. Lock him down with the fireballs. Air to air right there. Run the hop, but we're out. Diaphone just getting that position. Knows that he doesn't want to be in that corner lockdown. We've seen so many Twitter clips where Joe just locks you down in the screen. Gets the throw, though. It's such a powerful option on reverse.
Ooh,
but guess what we reversing things with? EXTP.
Tiger knee, baby. Come on out of there. Tiger kick's such a strong move, but wherever you get hit, you are finding the wall, and that is going to be a cash out into the super, and that is Vanessa doing what she does best, taking everybody out. And we appreciate that about her. But going into this last kick, we do. I think we do. But now we got one Rock coming through here. This character has 3 bars on deck. Got plenty. This is one hit interaction from getting this back to even.
I think he tried to do CD there. Maybe got caught. And Diaphone with the side switch.
I like
that. Damage to get the overhead. Not like this. No, not like this. Not like this. Big pickups, a lot of bar at the bottom. Let's spin that. Yes, sir.
Spend that cash, baby.
Oh
All
my
right.
God.
You are one mix
Hajime
away
no
from losing this Rock right now. Oh, wake up buttons. Wake up buttons.
With violence.
The truest mix-up. Just mash, baby. Going into the last character here, it is going to be that Dolores. And you already know you can't jump, but there's only 1 bar compared to 4. Kizzy K can absolutely get back into it. As we're going to see him
he definitely
right
was the
now.
jump in. Hold on now. Kizzy K feel a different sort of way with that jumping situation. Had the short hop, the raging storm, empty low, the chase down. Fantastic. Off the B, Raging Storm! Yo, oh my God. Back from the brink.
Well.
You can't control it. I'm excited. Ah! My hand's on fire.
Rock hard right now. That man just did like 80%. For nothing. Nah, he had 4 bars. He had a great call out too on that roll from the corner. He knew that Diaphone was a little bit scared in that spot and just completely tracked that on the way out. But what an incredible adjustment, because that Joe is really strong and it got invalidated pretty solidly on every time he got hit. It's Vanessa, you're going to the corner, and he got mixed. But that Dolores, you can't anti-air anything if he just hits you on the ground in the first place, and that's pretty much what happened here. The grounded game was so good. First round going to Kizzy K.
Really fantastic stuff. Really fantastic play. Also, we talk about how important it is to chase down the defensive options. Caught the roll after the jump in there landed and just had a full punish. And you had also called out, having bar for Rock is important. You can play anywhere, right? But having the ability to dish out that damage, man, stronger than a Rock out here. Kizzy K with 1 on the board. It looks like my prediction might come true. Let's see what it do.
Man, I had the wrong call out there with the whole "it's about drive, it's about power." This man out here actually with the Rock, he's cooking. Much like that, gets him going underneath, gets the cross up, mixing him up. He is doing so well, but a great poke, trying to just go back to that zoning game. Diaphone, you got to get something started ASAP. We saw a very big switch up of pace after these characters disappeared, but we're seeing the same game plan here in these first 2.
Yeah, back to basics, what we saw before. A lot more confirms in the toss we saw previously. DP for free. Big jumper situation. Runs the EX for the corner carry. All the legs, no thighs. No surprises, a lot of damage.
I was about to say something very out of pocket after you said that, and I'm going to keep my mouth shut.
Off the low, there you go.
Oh, no. Okay. Athena not looking too healthy right now. No meter. You pretty much, like, you can see Kizzy K is looking for a DP. He's trying to bait a DP really bad right now. Where did that hit? Where'd that hit?
What? Hey, yo, SNK, can we talk? Can we talk? I thought DPs were supposed to be okay in this game. I thought you're supposed to, use the hops and the air-to-airs right there. Excuse me? From the back of the neck, the nape of the neck, the hit connect. And Kizzy K with the first one. Taking one of the characters. Here's Vanessa.
It's Friday, and Diaphone out here looking double cheeked up, getting hit by that DP. That's all I'm saying, man. I have no idea how that hit. But right now, it's Vanessa time, and you already know if you whip in front of Vanessa, that's gonna be big damage. But it's Robert looking so much better. Simple Shoto play. There we go, big whip. Yeah, you definitely had that meter. You should definitely spend it because you need to get rid of this ASAP.
Spin to win. Spin to win out here. Does get in the end, but that is still a very healthy. That's really good. That's a very healthy character right here for Diaphone, going equal right here with Kizzy K. Jump CD, that's how we get it for free. Fantastic way to jump in. One of the best CDs in the business.
Absolutely, yeah. Oh my god, like jumping CD is such an annoying tool because you're already getting pushed to the corner to begin with, and then you get caught by that. Just trying to like keep it simple. But speaking of simplicity, gonna go for the hard knockdown here. Just misses out on it, but still empty jump, trying to go for the overhead, and then catches them pressing buttons, baby. You trying to do it twice, not in front of Vanessa, not today.
No, that's too nice. Into the super to seal it. Diaphone! No longer just a content creator.
All right.
Creator of victories. Dang, hold on now.
Here is where things get scary, though. Rock outworked. 5 bars. We saw what happened last time when Dolores decided to breathe and Rock Howard took that personally. So you gotta be careful as we get hit immediately, getting straight to the corner. Super cancel. Go ahead and spend that big damage, already above 55%.
Let's go straight buttons. Diaphone fighting out, runs the EX, connects. Corner carry off that, didn't get the last hit. Front by these jump CDs every so often. Careful with the fireballs. I just said careful of these jumper situations. And some of the horizontal range actually might be catching Kizzy K off his game a bit and trying to anti-air right there. Once again, dropped out of the ground.
Yo, he said, you right. 5, 6. 6, count them, 6. Like, out of 8 interactions with those jump CDs. But Super coming in, kind of putting a little bit of a stop to that. You need to get out of that corner ASAP. Wake up, grab. What is this, guilty gear? What are we looking at right now?
Well, I'm looking at his Diaphone, might be able to seal it. EX Smart. Pop, let it drop. And that's a wrap like that Diaphone.
Fair and
Vanessa.
balanced gameplay, baby. That's all I'm saying. Look at it. Look
What?
at it. Thank you.
Pull the can back to me. Pull the can back to me.
Thank you.
You can see my face. Pull the can back to me.
I'm gonna catch that. I'm gonna put that in my pocket for later. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. So that prediction not looking as guaranteed all of a sudden because we go into a game 3. Now, no matter what happens here, right? I gotta say this: Diaphone is like the key player so far of making everything way too damn close. The Reynald set,
that's true.
He didn't get those W's, but they're extremely close. It's happened here again, but does Diaphone clutch it out? Does Diaphone come through and seal it and make me look smart once again, putting a notch on the board? We'll see as we get into game number 3. Let's get into it. Already a hot start off this. This is the first match. This is the first match of the day, and this is looking so good already.
Fantastic play. Not like that. Not with that DP. Easy and free punish right there. Diaphone trying to go back to basics with the zoning. We saw how Kizzy K is dealing with it. I feel like he's taking a little bit closer of an approach instead of trying to outzone this character. But Diaphone says I can fight with the best of them.
Oh, okay. This
we don't like the rest of them.
This Athena hasn't really done a whole lot the first 2 games, but that was the first time we got to see Athena in the corner and actually get big damage. But now we're seeing him walk away because at this point, every single bit of chip on those projectiles is good. EX Toxu though, that's gonna lead to mix. You gotta watch out. Oh, go for the restand. Gets the grab. Thinks him out looking too good. Watch your toes. Welcome to low. Oh no, big damage.
Reset situation. It's time blocks a low. Kizzy K gotta seal this. Whoa, punish, not enough, but still finds a jump in for the win. Oh my god. But look at how much health he does not have to play with in this next round to go down. It's a one-touch tap to do it like that, and guess who's on deck? It's Vanessa.
All I gotta say, what an incredible block from Kizzy before. When that dive came through, I think most of us got hit, but also big hit confirmed CD into Fireball, into Super, cashing it out. That was a solid 35-ish% right there. EX Tatsu coming through. This Vanessa is what got Diaphone the W before, so Diaphone, stop! Get it together!
Don't let her drop. Gotta get it together. Don't let her drop. This is what got you going with it. Oh, but that damage is falling as he finds the conversion. The 5-piece with the side of fries. No surprise. Vanessa gonna seal it. And Kizzy K leading today right here. Let's see if the Joe can do a lot more work. I feel like the input errors that we've seen a few times have kind of been messing him up a bit, not able to find those hits. Wow, what a blowback like that.
What an incredible shatter now. Our knockdown, here we go. What's the mix? He went for that last time. A guard cancels out. Kizzy K not falling for it the second time up either. One. Woo! Look, just one hit. Ooh,
she's so nasty.
2B, baby, 2B. And we got plenty of meter. Joe once again doing absolutely nothing. Going to the final character. Vanessa is too strong.
Really is. I hope you're looking at this, SNK. I hope you're peeping this right now.
All right,
what you're doing today. This is ridiculous.
Wait a minute. All right, let's talk about Rock Howard for a second. That damage on Rock Howard. SNK, look over here.
Well, we can talk about that if he can, get that win in the end. Raging Storm gets a knockdown. Empty low. We out of there though with the roll. Diaphone defense has been good, but gets opened up with a jump in. The pop-up situation.
Does he get him on the mix one more time? Catch him on the low projectile, and he's good blocks, but didn't get a single hit. We haven't seen Dolores literally exist at all yet, so I'm a little bit scared because it's looking pretty good. Rock Howard only 1 bar on deck, but that 1 bar is going to do plenty. If you don't get these anti-airs, you're going to be in for a big trouble. Might be getting his way out. Uh-oh.
Pick up with the shoulder. Staying in front. Off the low. Doesn't get the full conversion. Unfortunate, though. Here we go. Dolores with bar can go far. She got a lot of damage on the deck. Look at that pickup. Boom, a sarcophagus.
Sarah put him right down to 50%. Pretty much even right now. 2 bars on one side, 1 on the other. They cannot make too many mistakes. Guard. Oh, get caught by the grab, baby.
No.
This is the follow-up. But gets him on the low anyways. That's plenty of bar.
One more touch.
Plenty of ability to get the W. And Diaphone takes it 2-1. First set going to Team JMCrofts. And I think that is a huge W for them going into this. That Vanessa, absolutely. Put the queen out there.
Look at that face. Look at his face. Look at his bang. He's like, yeah, you did that. You did that, girl. You did that, girl. That was sick. That was sick. You did that, girl. Good job. Good job. But yeah, that was good play from Diaphone. And you can definitely tell that he has the knowledge, right, of King of Fighters. You can definitely tell it in his play, right, using a lot of defensive tactics. And we saw it get blown up before, but he didn't take that off the deck, and unfortunately only won on the side of Kizzie K and 2 on the side of Diaphone. That equals 1 on the side of JMCrofts and 12 for the team and 0 for Kizzie K. Man, oh man, but that's not the end, people. That's only just the beginning.
Yes, and just to clarify for anybody, a little mix-up on there, it was Diaphone who got the 2 and 1 on Kizzie K, but that is going to be the next match we're actually going to see up next here. Is going to be JMCrofts versus AndyOCR. This one, I think, has the biggest potential to just go anywhere, because last week with the prediction that came through, I remember one person here didn't believe in Coach Steve's team. That's all I'm saying, but Tega did end up taking it out over Andy. Now, Andy did look good, and Andy was actually using a team that was pretty unique. Like, let me pull it back up here. He was using Keo, Kula, and King. Now, last time I saw Andy play it again, it was still the same team. Don't know if that'll still be the same here going into this follow-up week after DLC has dropped, but pretty solid overall team. We've only really seen Violent Kane kind of piloting the Keo to like the top level right now. But Andy is such an incredible player, and I think a big part of why we were just describing his team is because it kind of feels Sam Show-esque, the way that those 3 characters work.
You know, it's strange to me though, like, you know, to run that group of characters. Kula maybe not having the tools that she used to, maybe not having the power that she used to. Some of her conversions don't work max range. She got to be, you know, a little bit closer with it, and her floaty jump kind of puts her in the skies a little bit longer than maybe you want to be in there. So it's so odd to me to see that team, but at the same time, you piloted fine. And I think after another week of, you know, being able to practice and understand like who you got to play, you know, you say, I got to play this person. I know I need to work on, I need what I need to kind of gather together. And someone like King being able to zone, I think he can get in the zone again and get that win, but we'll have to see. Yeah,
another great all-around character right there. And then on the side of JMCrofts, let me pull back up who he was running. So last week, he had another unique-ish team, too. It's only Ash we saw amongst all the players. And now, Ash, if anybody's been paying attention to Twitter, Ash got dumb damage. Also has a TOD. Kind of hard to land, but people have been discovering some things with Ash. So don't get in the corner while Ash has That's pretty much the name of the game there. But Elizabeth's such a great, don't jump in on me, just don't do it, it's not worth your time nor risking any of your,
it's not worth your health.
It's not.
Don't do it, just don't do it. They should have like it's a sign where she's blackened out and there's like a circle and a cross right through it. Like, don't even approach. Don't approach. You see Elizabeth in the wild, do not approach. I'm gonna go back to actually Ash. It's a character that you see either one or two things. Like, you see him dump out a ton of damage. Obviously, that's why you see him in the 3rd spot as the anchor, going to be using a lot of that, you know, bar that's built up by the batteries. But you also see him like not having the best neutral and not the best time in neutral, right? His hit confirms take a lot of work to do. You know, not getting a lot off your zoning, stuff like that. His zoning's good, but like you're not getting a ton of damage unless you push him in the corner, right? So it takes a lot of bar. So good placement right there. Let's see who's going to take it. Andy versus JMCrofts.
Yeah, and I think one really good thing that works for Andy, we were mentioning it before, there it is right there, good blocks. Andy, not the fastest overhead in the world, but you're always looking for the jump in as Elizabeth, right? But you have a solid, grounded overhead there, mix-up tool when it comes to having the Keo. So the Keo is actually, I think, a pretty solid first character here up as against Elizabeth, which we're seeing work very well. Andy is currently cooking.
Oh my God. This is more than solid. That was steel right there. That was steel. And again, we don't get to see much of the kill, right? We don't see many people who have gone back to these characters, Keo, Yori, a lot of characters. Man, bro, start with it. Stuck him down to the ground like that. That's how you bless pure violence. Andy. He wants to make a Twitter clip. That's why.
You gotta be some level of strong to be able to faceplant a man as built as Clark. That's all I'm saying.
You ain't lying.
Speaking of this Clark eating a whole lot of that snow, man. He is currently tasting that ground very well. JMCrofts not looking too hot. Andy mixing his whole life into the life. Oh!
In the overhead!
Right there! Okay, so...
You wiped the shoes on his face. Put him in his place. Andy, with the quickness. What's going on?
Yeah, you know what? Look, Andy's switching it up to AndyOCR because he's trying to get that one character victory right now, man. He's trying to make a statement out here. JMCrofts, all right, look, remember what we were talking about? You use a content creator. We know you got them, right? We know you got them. Maximum coming through. A lot of meter spec you have to get something going. And Ash is not the one to do it because Shadow Strike coming through. He's all the way over the other side. Cola.
Into the super. I love this.
Call
Might be a
911.
wash. Oh, the big jump in.
Call 911.
Oh my God, this is what to win. He might have to.
Send
I'm down
EMS.
right now.
My man
He
is
needs
bleeding
help.
out.
Help. JMcrofts. Do
Somebody,
you know where you're at?
Somebody, please.
How many fingers am I holding up? How many fingers am I holding up, JMcrofts? Oh!
What?
Teiga. Alive.
Holding up 5, and they have all met your face. OCV, one character victory. Keo from Andy coming through and getting that W. We didn't get to really see a whole lot out of Andy last week, right? Like, it was good,
Yeah.
but like Tega was able to box him out. That was a showcase. That was a whole
That
showcase. Now, if you've been looking, that video was titled Combo Video Keo, you would have fooled me. But that was a live match.
Yeah. I would have been in there. I'd have been like, man, I'm learning something about Keo. That's sick. That's wait. That, they were playing? Oh damn! I told you, JMcrofts, you were. Well, listen, JMcrofts, you were too busy. You had your stream up. You were inviting anybody. You let me come in, and I was just hitting random select. You probably played with a baby jewel on the controller. You were like, I was ready. Listen, Andy, OCV, he's staying steady, and he might be my pick to do it once again. Actually, not once again. This might be my only win right here, my prediction. But we'll see. JMcrofts still starting with the Ash.
No, trust me. Chat already figured it out too, and that last match is going to be insane. I can't wait to talk about that one. Right now, JMcrofts switching it up to the Ash up front. Not feeling like that matchup of Elizabeth versus Keo was worth it. Honestly, none of them were worth it, but I think the Ash definitely has the best chance here with the DP. A couple of box out tools. We're seeing him try to poke his way out. It's working better, but getting the jumping on the projectile reads, man. Andy's got a lot of reads on him right now.
Exactly. Andy very comfortable right now. What's it do to get the beat? Didn't get the DP. All right, flip kick, put it on him.
Whoop.
I get a jump in situation, answers right back Andy. Knows he needs just one touch to tap to do it like that. And right over the fireball, right over the gap. Clap.
That was fire. Kind of like how good Keo's ability to jump over those fireballs has been, man. Andy just finds the gap every time. Don't press buttons on me. That's it, bro. Okay, all right. Okay, so
What can you say about
when
this?
I made this choice,
Oh!
I felt like you know, it was a solid attempt at a 2-1, right? Like I feel like a 2-1 or 2-0 maybe could have happened here.
Go ahead, make your excuses now.
I don't know.
Make your excuses now.
Look, this whole ordeal is purely just to build up and give them some confidence, so Violent Kane can come in and crush it. That's all I'm saying. All right, so currently we're on another OCP attempt coming in. Right,
it's too late to change your pick. Hold on now. What if though JMcrofts gets into Andy's first character and the other ones aren't up to snuff, right? What if JMcrofts has been saving the Clark pick to do it? That could be the way to play.
I mean, hey, look, we got the Amazon manager right now, man. He's got the best package delivery in the business. He needs to deliver at least one round, but he is not because he's getting hit once again by the EX kicks. He is getting corner carried and he's getting cooked for free. Wake up buttons don't get him out. Can he cash out enough? He's got 2 bars. Spend it all. Spend it all.
Going clear. Puts him in the corner of the wake up. Delivery right there of the buttons. This ain't even my address. I'm about to put you to rest with the super to seal it. Andy, OCB. He said you're free.
Alright. So
Talk to me. Go ahead, talk to me.
Right, so
talk to me.
JMcrofts is about to submit a whole video breakdown with the pug face and everything on the thumbnail saying, "Yo, Keo broken."
It was for the content. I see. It was for the content.
It was all for the content. He knew deep down that Keo was a problem, and SNK is gonna watch and pay attention. But right now it is Andy, not 1 but 2. Andy double OCV as proclaimed by chat. This man ran through JMCrofts. My God. Now,
honestly, but I gotta give him credit. I gotta give JMCrofts credit. I know we downed him a little bit. I gotta give him credit because, to be honest, it did look like a little bit of matchup knowledge that was lacking and slacking. Not that many people play Keo. We gotta remember that everyone kind of ran to the top tiers out here.
Yep.
So mans were throwing out fireball, getting flip kicked over it. But now, what do we have next on the deck for the menu for the tiebreaker of this match like that?
We have what is basically a grand final set coming up next. It is going to be one of the best sets that you will see, not just today, but the entirety of Fight Night Lights Out. We have Violent Kane versus El Rosa. I had such a hard time with this prediction this week purely because of these two. Violent Kane has 4 out of 5 W's on TNS, but El Rosa, the king of D himself, is so good. He didn't have the strongest performance at TNS this last one though, and he hasn't been able to net as many W's. I don't know if he's netted one of the
other tournaments, fights or anything.
Why can I not remember Team Spooky's bracket name for some reason all of a sudden?
Oh yeah. Just NLBC.
Yeah, NLBC. Thank you. He hasn't got. I don't think he's gotten an NLBC W yet. He might have at least one, but still, this man is incredibly good. He's a grappler fanatic, and he is going to put in that work. But on the other side of things, though, Violent Kane's team is very good at kind of playing against that. Let me pull it back up. The Rock. The Robert, the Keo, the Terry, this man is the Keo. Like, it is going to be rough.
But at the same, it's going to be rough. But when I think about there's a hidden storyline to all this. Recently, El Rosa was like, man, the king of D, feeling like a king of dunce. All right, my man said it's time for this character to go extinct. So I'm curious to see if he has found another character, or if he says, I'm going to ride or die with this character pick to do it, because I personally don't think that character is weak or anything. I think maybe he's that maybe mid, and maybe that's just there are other characters that are oppressive that do similar things that he would rather pick to, get the job done. But it's do you switch after only having a week to learn things, after only figuring out that you might be in a character crisis, or do you ride or die with the characters that you know are maybe weaker than what you would, like to have, and just rock with it?
I think it's one of those things where character passion kind of drives you, right? Because his mix-up game with King of D is actually really good. King of Dinosaurs has got some solid mix. He doesn't have the fastest normals, but it's solid enough. I am curious as well to see if we see a shift off of it anytime soon, but I think right now we're probably going to see it stick. Also, I am so glad to see that JMCrofts is playing exactly what I said. Quote, time to use content creator privilege and get Keo nerfed.
You played the long game. I love
it. That's the long game. That's exactly how you do it. when you have control of the narrative, let's just flex on it real quick. This man's got 238,000 subs. 238,000. He's got some influence. So he's gonna get through to somebody. Now,
can you influence
that, bro? I called that before you even said it.
You want to see that? Listen, JMCrofts, let me get some Iori buffs. A side of Hydrant buffs. Can we also get maybe some Antovi buffs? Who was on the side a little bit, and a large maximum to drink. We'll have that.
I am on the same side of Cola here. If you can just go ahead and get some Iori buffs. And also, Kay is on the character select screen, but he's not actually in the game. If you could just do that for us, that'd be great. Now, the Keo himself, Violent Kane versus El Rosa. El Rosa has quite the character pool, man. That Joe is also one of the strongest tools he's got. He kind of mixes it up a bit. You'll see... sometimes we haven't really seen the Kukri recently, but usually the King of D and Ralph stay out. But he'll alternate between Joe, Robert, Kula. It all depends on the matchups. But Joe is really good at the start. Predictions aside, literally aside, I can't wait to watch this one. We're getting into game number 1 in what is a grand finals caliber set of Violent Kane versus El Rosa.
Let's see what it do out here. El Rosa running the Joe Dinosaur Ralph pick, still sticking with the King of D. Can he make this look free? Anti right there, the big jump in, waited for the low, didn't convert, but still putting on the pressure is Violent Kane. I like this. Go for the back throw for the positioning and make this neutral glisten. I'm telling you, lock him down, but didn't get the space for the fireball. Unfortunate.
I big agree on that positioning too, because you saw at the start they're both fireball spacing, but Joe's one of the best characters when you are stuck in the corner. He will box you so strong, and he's got incredibly strong combos that can lead to a guard stun that is 90%, even at lower windows. He does not need a whole lot of bar to get things done, as he's currently doing it right now, getting the opening finally, but El Rosa has taken quite a bit of damage so far, Cola.
Yeah, you be careful. These full screen fireballs that he runs right behind can be space to be plus right here. And you got to fear right now. One touch either side to seal it. Don't get open up the throw. Such a strong option in kicking fighters. Locked in with the fireball. Beats out that DP, but still recovers the time and fight to get the throw. Are you kidding me?
Bro,
How?
do you have a fisher's license for that, mate, bro? Like, this man catching bass. How in the world did you get mixed by that? And El Rosa getting caught and getting the first character is Violent Kane. A decent amount of health coming back. Actually, not that much. Only a little bit coming back to that rock. But all you need is a bar and a dream and to run away from Dinosaur, because you do not want to be next to Dinosaur at any time.
Don't let him get close. Don't open up your heart. Stay away. Stay away if you want to play. I said stay away if you want to play. The anti right there. Eat him up. We feasting. We feasting.
Is so good at walking you to the corner. If there's anything that you could say about his ability with Dinosaur, that if you're trying to figure out what makes him so good at it, he pushes you to the corner purely by presence. Just slow pokes, and now you're stuck there, and you got to do all this. But the DP getting his way out, cash out into super, getting himself back to center stage, and already getting some damage on it.
DP gets the knockdown. Immediately answers with violence right there, but Violent Kane with the spacing to put him in his place. Look at that space. He's in the corner. I like this. Violent Kane knowing to just, wait for the right time to shine to go in some of these situations. Do not let El Rosa get going. None of these knockdowns. We already saw the damage that this character can do. He can get into you. Oh my God, he's taking to you like glue. Look at him. He's not done.
And we ain't done yet. Go right back to the corner. Oh, wake up DP again, though. Not respecting buttons on wake up. Now, jumping. Oh, that's so scary. That's so scary because of this right here. Oh, my God. Light him up.
My God, this dude. Oh, but Violent Kane, though. He said, hold on now. I'm going to put you down on the ground where you can't be found. You a fossil.
That's right.
DP for free right there.
Ain't no archaeologist. I don't see your license, bro. Now, all you need to find is them size 15s. What we talked about this last week, 5D is a button, and you gotta respect it. Oh, empty jump low. Okay, I already like the pressure coming in from El Rosa, but he's getting hit. That's one bar. Get that as much damage as possible on this route before Terry has to come out.
Just a constant pressure character right here is Kyo. And being able to keep that going on strong right there, but El Rosa knows that he can find a touch of the prayer, quick max off of RD. It'd be nice and easy. Goes for the 2D.
Yeah, 60 also another great option, man. He's been using that so well. Right. Just poking himself out, trying to empty jump, just trying to catch him with a jump CD. It's like, yo, head, come in. But Violent Kane's...
I dare you.
I was going to say his ability to stay patient has been really good, but he forgot to look down that one time. And now... The one time. The one time. We got Terry and we got and a route. Both of them with 3 bars. The first person to connect is getting 80% done to them, so you got to be on perfect defense.
Real. You are going to be a Twitter clip. It'll be one touch to do it. One good touch. Go that bar. This is really good for Violent Kane. He's on 4 right here. Guard cancel, push him in the corner. Look at that. Patient play right here. Doesn't want to get opened up. Either way.
Ooh, guard crush. Coming through. Spend that cash. Yes, sir. Oh, okay. Puts himself in the corner, though. And a big shatter strikes. Now what happens here is you are going to regret all of your life decisions in the past 30 seconds. 50%.
Nice neutral jump with this jump CD.
Woo! Oh,
the quick action still gets hit. Drop him down to the ground.
Yes, sir.
The geyser.
Baby.
My God.
Violent Kane taking game number 1, and what was an absolutely insane, chaotic exchange of events on the left side. There was like 3 different times where we saw Shadow Strike meets guard cancel, or just trying to get out with CD, doing everything they could. But Pro Tag Privilege. Terry coming through.
Protect privilege.
It gets it. Plot armor is a thing, and we take those because that's who I predicted. So we are going to get into the next round. Honestly, I don't see this going anything less than game 3. Like, this has to go game 3 between these two. If it doesn't, I will be upset.
I mean, I like the rotation of just defensive options in the offense right there with the guard crushes, shadow strikes, I should say. And I just think that now both players are going to be watching that guard meter intensely. We saw how people got opened up with that, and man, it's y'all saying like you could have jump rolled. I get it, but man, in the heat of the moment, in the heat of the moment, El Rosa switching off the King of D. He said that character's free. Let me bring up the sure meat.
All right,
the sure meat.
It is time for some confusion to happen because you're standing over here, right? Now, Shermie, she is a confident queen. She gonna walk up on you and she gonna let you know how she feels. Now, you might not have anticipated it, but it's gonna happen as that EX command grab comes across the stage, and you are wondering how she got here. We're gonna get into the first round. It's like, hey, what you doing here? What you doing here?
Hold on.
Now this is a tone setter. This right here was so close to going either way, but it was Violet Kane who was able to walk out on top with that rock and got some damage on, not a lot, but a little bit onto the dinosaur. Now that the King of D is gone.
The corner. I mean, we got Shermie now. I feel like Shermie might be a little bit better in terms of like the neutral than we saw before. Not being able to deal as much damage unless she's got that bar, but she can still get the job done. It must be one right here. Violet Kane continues to put on the pressure, trying to find these fireballs after standing B.
Oh, Violet Kane
6A.
Violet Kane is trying so hard to condition a low, man. He keeps jumping, trying to get El Rosa eventually just get mixed, but getting his way out. Go for the side switch instead. I don't know if that was intentional or not. I feel like that was definitely a whip, but either way, though, that's huge for El Rosa.
Finish your plate. There's Starvey Scrubs around the world that would love to be in your position. Rosa has to finish his plate. Violet Kane, you see one touch of ceiling, and the jump in for the win. Calls out the fireball. We're talking about extinction. That's one on the side of El Rosa. One species down.
That was so good. He used the double Repukian just before that just to try and get him to go for the zoning game again and then get the jump in. He was at a bad spot. But now here we go. Like we said, the Queen of Confidence herself, Shermie, currently walking up on him. Granted, getting kind of pushed back by Rock.
That one touch to do it, but you know who's right behind. Who can stay more than fine. It's one of the Kyo masters out here. Violet Kane at the helm of this character. It's going to be difficult.
How does she see? She just feels your presence. That's it. She just knows. She is that confident. Also,
just understands.
Oh, yeah. Wake up buttons. Get out of there. Get out of there ASAP. Oh, never mind.
Shadow Strike.
Boom.
Let's go. It's a super. Check the damage. Check the red. You're almost dead. Oh, we spin the bar to go far. We are spin to win out here. We are spin to win.
Oh, man.
Not enough to kill, obviously, but we'll put him in a prime position to take it.
She's got that whole chiropractor license going, man. She got the realignment on deck, but now we got Violet Kane answering right back with plenty of meter himself, going right down to a position where he can actually steal this away after all that damage from Shermie was put on, and he's gonna do it!
Up the road, there you go! Violet Kane, living up to his name. Smoking his character, but I still think, if you're Ralph, you got 2 bars, it's a one-touch situation, then we go back to that Terry versus Ralph. Thing that we had last time to stay fine.
You want to talk about violence? This man literally wakes up and chooses it every day. Ralph will punch you and cause whole explosions. He's trying so hard to work with Michael Bay, and he's going to keep him away as he gets him with a 5D, and he gets it to a last round apiece. We have a very similar situation the last time. Granted, there was more meter on deck for both sides. 1 bar on one, 2 on the other. That's still big damage.
I mean, these are both characters that can build a bar in the middle of their sequences, right? I feel like we talked about this before. Like, if you're on the side of El Rosa, you're playing Ralph, you only really have to worry about that EX bar in terms of overheads. Like, if you're watching your dome a little bit or a jumping situation. Other than that, he doesn't have any real overheads. El Rosa with the jump CDs, trying to find any sort of knockdown situation.
Ooh.
Get going.
Violet Kane doing a pretty solid job, actually, of playing on defense. Had great blocks, got that roll through before, just avoided the Shatter Strike. And now, are you okay? Absolutely not. You just punched in my entire chest, bro.
You came to my chest? What do you mean? Why are you asking me? Give me an ambulance instead.
What kind of dumb question was that, bro?
I'm hurting. At the bottom of both sides. Who can get their first hit going? Who can smoke the other person? Rosa can go, but the guard break again. Guarding too much. The quick max, and it's a wrap like that. Violet Kane.
Violet Kane choosing the correct options at the end and choosing violence and choosing to make me look real smart one more time as we see Team JMCrofts get the W here in the first round of week 2 of Fight Night Lights Out.
Man, oh man, were those some matches? Yes, my team didn't get picked, but I gotta give credit to Team JMCrofts. They're definitely making content out of everybody that they see, and right now, some of the matches looking free. Despite what we see on the scoreboard, I'm joking. It was up closer than what it was.
Yeah.
But I really like the way that the Diaphone picked it up today, and Violet Kane also I saw a lot of the match knowledge, or the character knowledge and the game knowledge in general, because he posted a tier list and he would actually talk to everybody about his picks, and everything sounded damn near right. I was like, if you have that confidence to post a tier list on Twitter, you have confidence in your play. So makes sense today.
Yeah, and I looking back at that, right? Violet Kane getting that W over El Rosa was incredibly huge, and it was JMCrofts predicting. Remember, in chat, one thing that we forgot to clarify again this week was neither team knows what the matchup lineup is going to be pre the match.
That's true.
They have to guess. So JMCrofts getting that lineup along with Kizzie Kay, the way it worked, Diaphone actually is a hidden MVP of that entire match because Kizzie K looked incredible in that first game. And then Diaphone was able to kind of bring it back together and then closed it out. That we could have been having a very different conversation, but we are going to have a conversation in a moment instead with the team that won. Yeah. It is going to be with Violet Kane when we get to it in a second. So, chat, count with me, all right? All right, so three matches have happened, right? Now,
hold on now.
Wait a minute.
You got three, but it's not over yet. The day's not over. The day is not over.
Chat,
also,
I want you to count with me real quick.
All I want to say is, if there was a different alternate universe where El Rosa would have found this character, we'll see something different, especially next week. But right now, he is under defeat, and we're going to talk to the team captain winner out here. Let's take a look at what they have to say.
Kane.
First of all, before we start.
Okay, all right. I'll let Cola get his piece real quick.
I gotta talk to him. You made a tier list on Twitter? Are you ridiculous? Are you insane?
Interact.
You really put a tier list out on Twitter?
Interact.
I just wanted to give my opinion because I saw other people's tier list, and man, I disagreed with all the tier lists except with Nemo's one.
Yeah. I mean, let's be honest. Let's be honest. You have what? I think it's 4 out of 5 of the TNS wins so far, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 4 out of 5. And you also just got this W again today. And you looked really good last week. I feel like your opinion should be listened to quite a bit. Yeah, that's all I'm saying. Also, we are learning that Kyo's gonna get nerfed. By the way, between Andy and you, Kyo's gonna get smacked up. Now, how did you feel that, actually, with that set, because this is that was one of the matches I hoped to see. How did you feel playing against El Rosa? What kind of mental preparedness did you have going into that? Because grapplers are grapplers, man. You always have to give them that respect up close. What was your approach, and how did you handle
that? The problem with my team is against zoners and exactly grapplers. I felt like Rock has a really good hop, so he can jump Joe's fireballs. And the problem was that I have never played Rock against Dinosaur, so that's what I was saying in my stream, that I don't know the matchup yet. So I just press buttons.
Yeah. To be fair, a lot of people don't know that matchup yet because El Rosa is the only one doing it really with the Dinosaur in the first place. So, but as you know, hey, we're only a month into the game pretty much right now. We got a lot of health still to go. We got Evo around the corner, and we're definitely going to be seeing you in that top 8, possibly taking the whole thing the way you've been going. Congratulations on getting this week's W. We'll be seeing more of you, of course, next week. We're going to get ready to get into the next one momentarily. Of course, we got to go ahead and get ready to take a little bit of a breather as we get ready to get this one started here for this next match. But man, how did you feel about that? All the jokes aside, that was incredible.
All the jokes aside, honestly, I feel like those were fantastic matches. I love seeing the diversity. I think there was a point where people were worried about this game only having the top 3 characters be there, and of course they did show up in some of these teams. But again, the diversity is still there. King of Fighters still has that power, and we certainly see people kind of switch things around. We saw that El Rosa once again not able to work it out with the King and Dean, and I can't wait to see what happens next week for that guy, because when someone says they are going through a character crisis, that is right before they explode and find the right ones. They're like, wait a minute, I found something sick with it, either with the current character or they find the right team. I mean, it's a professional level. When you're someone like me who's, mid-level, whatever, who's trash, it's not like that. You just go through a character crisis for the rest of your life. But for someone at that high of caliber and with, what's on the line, they are definitely going to find a way to stay fine. And I can't wait to see their team later on. But back to Violent King, I just want to give, again, a shout out to him to not only put that knowledge out on Twitter. I was joking about the whole, all that stuff like that, but I'm really happy that, he was able to discuss with the timeline. talk with people and show that game knowledge. And you saw the game knowledge, as we said before. Being able to hop over the fireballs of Joe was super important to not get dealt with the ridiculous zoning, and fantastic play for the entire team. And I can't wait to see what's on the menu for today. I can't wait to see. There's more. There's still more. Y'all get more action. It's not over.
Yeah, there is still more to go, but you will see more of that after a short break. We're going to go to a very momentary break as we get ready to get things set up for the next match. We got Team Justin Wong versus Team Coach Steve. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. All right, everybody, welcome back to Fight Night Lights Out. We're getting ready to get into the second round of the night of this round robin tournament before everybody figures out what their seeds will be for the final week. We are going to continue these matches with myself and St. Cola. How are you feeling about Team Jwong versus Team Coach Steve coming up next?
You know, after everything had went down, after
yeah.
we saw
let everybody
the
know what
professional
happened last week.
mashers, I had to. I'm gonna put my prediction up right now. I had to say that I am about Team Coach Steve.
Oh, you dropped a prediction
Change my
already? We
mind.
didn't even get to have the interviews with them yet. You changed.
I don't care. I'm dropping it. So when they come on the cams, they can know what to do.
Okay, all right. Well, we get to hear
Bring 'em
them
in.
talk it out really fast in a second. But Team Jwong versus Team Coach Steve. Team Jwong looked incredible last week. Jwong did get JMCrofts and had like not a weak start, but like woke up in game 2 and really kind of cruised through. Rome himself, Buff Benny Maru. That's all I'm saying. So this man can actually play the character he wants to play. But Rome has made the smart decision to not play Benny. Actually ran Clark Dolores Ralph. And then Reynald, the Evo champ himself, man, looking incredible, taking so many dubs. But Team NYC, man, Team Button Mashers, as you have referred to them, Coach Steve, Yurikov, and Tega are so strong. They came out and put in that work, and I believed in them week 1. That's all I'm saying. But it is going to be an incredible match as we get to hear the two of them talk it out right now. We got Jwong and Coach Steve. How the two of you feeling?
Hello, how you doing?
What's up, Jay?
All right, so who gets the floor first? You know what? Jwong, you get the floor first. How are you feeling about this matchup coming up here against Coach Steve?
I think we're feeling pretty good. I know their whole team is like really solid, and I see them all play like various fighting games, right? So I would say I'm probably most familiar with Coach Steve, who I'm actually fighting up against because we played in multiple fighting games across the board.
Yes.
So it's gonna be, I think, pretty fun. Especially they're also from New York, and I was born in New York. I guess I'm a betrayer now, just like how St. Cola just betrayed me on the picks just right now. You know what I mean?
I did. Listen, I had to. Listen, Coach, I watched him professionally mash, and now I believe in him. Just a little bit more. Now, Coach, talk to me about how you feel about this match.
Cola, my trust is not that easily earned, okay?
That's
You could very well betray me next week. And it is
That's
what
how
it
you
is,
play.
all right?
I was eternally dying.
What are you talking about?
I was eternally dying because I was looking at Coach the entire time you were saying that. He had that look like, bro, you're a lion.
You know what, Cola, next week when you're here and my team wins, and I'm not gonna be the one doing the interview. It might just be very different, you know. But
Might be
I am
different?
looking forward to.
Okay.
It's today. Today is what matters right now. So, I got the matchups that I wanted actually, and I'm really looking forward to how they all go. So, yeah, good luck, Justin.
And also,
I've definitely
a reminder
wanted
for
to
both
get
of
like
you.
a good setting.
A reminder for both of you as this gets started too. The two of your teams both have a W, which means whoever walks away with the W right now is guaranteed not last seed. So this is going to be a very crucial match coming up next, which I can't wait to watch because this is going to be great watching this set between the two of you. Good luck to both teams as you get ready to talk about our predictions. Cola, you already dropped yours. So
Yes.
the floor is mine. Now,
All right, talk to me.
now that the pressure's off because both of them are away, so nobody can give me anything after I say what I gotta say. I am still a believer in Coach Steve. For one, all three of them, Coach Steve, Yurikov, and Tega, all came to CT GamerCon this past week, which is in my neck of the woods out here in Connecticut. So, unfortunately, I couldn't be there that Sunday, but I did see Tega walking by while I was casting some Smash Ultimate, and he reminded me that they came out. So, thank you so much for coming through and putting in the work, because they absolutely clapped everybody from my scene. It took first, second, and fourth, and that's why I feel comfortable with them on this. Yurikov was piloting a very different team from what we saw last week. You know, we were talking about how Yuri in the name was using Yuri. It's very different with what he used to beat Coach Steve in that grand finals, switching it up from winter semis. So I feel like that's got a strong core to it. But one thing that does hurt me a little bit though is Jwong is like the only B Jeanette player, and I love me some B Jeanette. So I gotta walk away from it, but I'm team Coach Steve all day, man. Tri-State is going to take the dub. And this is the first time so far that the both of us have had the same prediction. So we ride together, we die together, because this interview could be great or it could be real painful after this is over. That's all I'm saying.
we're going down like the Titanic. We in a little bit of a panic because listen, if Coach Steve don't win this one, we're gonna be in some trouble. I already see the heat up in the chat like that. But also the reason why I picked Coach Steve's team, his team, is like, listen, we're professional mashers out here. We're getting paid to mash buttons, and that's a dangerous sort of game plan. You go up to somebody, you're like, man, that was a great plan. What was your game plan overall in this match? Oh yeah, I'm just mashing professionally. Listen, that's his words. That's his words. All right, that's what he said himself. And guess who's coming up himself? Rome himself going up against Yurikov.
Yo, man, look. Yurikov can play literally anybody at this point, man. That's all I'm saying. At CT GamerCon, he pulled out to win the Elizabeth, the Metekun, which we don't really see at all. Also, I butchered how that's pronounced, and the Gato. But we're going to see the Luong, which we did see before with the Yuri, but now is going to be Luong saying, by the way, nicest woman. She realigns your neck for you and then just asks you up close and personal, how are you doing today? We appreciate Luong out here. That's all I'm saying. Now, Rome.
Yeah, that's true.
Rome. Team
Rome.
Grab you and make you miserable. Clark, Ralph, and Dolores. Everything about this team is big damage output. Rome can make it work, but he's got to watch out for the jump-ins because Elizabeth says absolutely not.
Look at that tech right there from Yurikov. Just staying away from the grip. Not letting him do it. And you got to watch out for these armor points too as well. I like that Yurikov eliminated that with a hop into the low right there. But here we go. Rome trying to get in. Yeah, I like that. Knows that's a fake situation. The dash up throw once again. Meaty with it, but we get up with violence. Puts him in the corner. It's time to work.
Meaty, man. Them thighs looking meaty as well. Coming up, just waking up. But these grabs have been avoided repeatedly. I like the intent from Rome because you should be trying to establish fear off the command grabs. But Yurikov just keeps empty jumping out of them and getting away. That looks like a nice amount of health on Elizabeth. However, that could disappear in any second when Ralph is staring you down.
Oh, for sure. Oh, yeah, this could be like a good two-touch tap like that. And that far D cancel right now can do it. Got the maximum ready to go. We can get the damage is going forward. Finds a super. Talked about that before. The damage you can get off the supers.
Oh, trying to back off. Good job spacing away from 5D and gets hit on the cross-up. What is your choice now? You got one mix-up to go, but that's 2 bars as well on Ralph. All you need is 1 hit confirm, and that's a dead Elizabeth.
Off the wall, caught him jumping in the wrong way. The trip guard, that play. Yurikov. About to OCV this whole damn team.
Oh, man, look, Dolores is the character we've seen the minimal amount of work getting done today. We saw Diaphone able to put in some in the last bit. We need to see Dolores. Come on, stand up, queen. Get the job done. She has 4 bars. We know how much damage she can do, even post the nerfs. But the reset going for 2 folks. Run it back in, cashing out all the damage. He's at 50%. Yurikov.
Oh! From behind.
Still saying 5. Broken. You get mixed. Yurikov taking game number 1.
With the quickness too. You see Yuri getting in situations, and this is why it's so important to position yourself in this game. This is why it's so difficult for some people to play this game as King of Fighters, because you are definitely continuously positioning yourself at the right areas and moments. You're also trying to find, trip guards and things like that. It's super hard to do, but once you do it the right way, they get into you. I'm telling you, see the damage. We saw the trip guard multiple times off the Elizabeth, and that was one character to do it. Can Yuri find that same sort of heat? Rome, all I'm asking is you don't go to Benny. That will be your defeat. Don't do it, bro. Don't do it.
Okay, all right, not doing it. Sticking with the potential W team. This is a smart choice. Also, I got to give a quick shout out to Jorpen in the chat. Luong, Appreciation Squad. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. That's all I'm saying. Also, a lot of support for Yurikov in the chat. Absolutely. Everybody going in and wanting to see this man get the W. And he's sure looking like it right now because that Elizabeth OCV, like you just said, what was so strong about it? What was so difficult for Rome to deal with in that first set?
Part of it is honestly the spacing that Yuri's playing at, to be honest, and his control and this neutral and controlling Rome and where he wants to position himself. We saw him go for the lows. We saw him the short hops and things like that, the openings. It's really hard for Rome to stop that. There wasn't no real anti-airs right there to deal with this oppression.
No, absolutely not. Like, he's trying so hard to box his way out, and you can definitely get some big damage on with Clark. The problem is you got to be able to press buttons in the first place. There we go. The reversal throw. You got to get something going here in the corner, trying to back off, maybe catch a jump out. Good job getting the low pokes, but air-to-air trade. Still keep him in the corner, but side switches himself.
Reset, huh?
My God.
You so dirty, Yuri.
Oh my God.
You so nasty. You so greasy for that one.
So Elizabeth, this character is she good. Like we talked a lot over these last few weeks about the Ralph, about the Vanessa, about the Terry, as we should. But Elizabeth has really been creeping up in a lot of people's radars over the past like week plus on how good she is at simplifying the game and shut things down. Granted, sometimes you just gotta light things up. Much like that, and Rome finally gets himself on the board, getting the first character going.
All right, one character down. Rome starting to heat it up a little. Turn up like volume a bit. But you gotta deal with the mix. Off these low situations or the throws, she can put the mix on you. The problem is, it's a little bit more difficult to do. You gotta put your 95 plus overtime. Kain coming in on the dash situation and actually resets himself back to mid-screen.
That's a really good rollout by Rome, avoiding getting continued pressure. Oh my god, like, Yurikov has pretty much recognized that Rome has not been able to consistently block any cross-up, so he keeps going for it, but this time, blocks not only the cross-up, but the same side, does get sent straight to the corner though. That's two grab breaks we've seen out of Rome so far.
I see it right there.
Wait a minute!
Pick up into the super! Not enough to cook her yet. Jump CD, whips her free.
Oh, this is actually a very crucial moment for Rome. If he could take out Wong right now and get some meter back on deck and still keep this Ralph going, Gato's gonna take a decent amount of damage as he just walks up and just does it to him. Just picks her up and puts her on the ground. Just gets the grab and Rome. This round looking so much better.
Put her in the ground like an earthworm. That round was adjourned. Order in the court. This character does too much damage. Order in the court though. Order in the court. It's not over. Yuri with the Gato pick. We talked about that. This character, jump CD, real strong with it. Stops a lot of these dashing situations. And you get a lot of big reward. Plus, he's got a lot of the mix-ups off the demon flip that he can do it.
Yeah, and then another thing we were mentioning before, hit confirm into EX Palm. It's just so consistent. Puts him in that nice grounded state that's easy to combo off of as he tries to get him press buttons right there. But Rome shutting it down. Big damage coming through. You got one good mix, and that could probably take him out.
Woo! Ghost button right there. EXDB. Rome not done yet. 4D. Jump CD. Can Rome do it? The CD. No, just a normal D to do it.
5D is a whole button, man. And Rome, after that first game, coming in and making us sound stupid. Rome getting it 1-1. That is huge because Yurikov, after coming off a great W just the other day, and then getting a very dominant first game there, Rome able to put himself on the board and get himself into this game. After that, incredible adjustments from Rome as we move to game number 3. And all of a sudden, things are not looking as strong, but I did see this as well over the last week. Yurikov did move Gato to the first position too. This is a character that can be piloted in many different spots. Moving the Elizabeth to the back because the Elizabeth has been the strongest one, and that's going to be a lot of meter in the end.
I like Gal actually being in the front. You know, we talked about how he doesn't need a lot of the bar to go far in terms of damage, right? And how his hit confirms are already really strong in his mixes. And he can act as a battery later on, but man, he's getting battered right there. The air-to-air right there, back down on the ground. Can he get going?
Clark looked like a whole battering ram, man. He is just rolling over him right now. It's looking rough. Oh, EX Palm, though. There you go. Send him straight to the corner. Walk him right over. Yes, sir. That time he did not grab break. There was so many times Rome did grab break. Now he's empty jumping. I think he's looking for a whip out of him to try and get that same mix. Oh, this jumping pressure, Cola. Oh, my God. And that is Clark gone.
Fist to face to put him in his place. I shouldn't say the palms, as Yuri puts him down. One character. But that's only one round. Ralph up to bat. Gato still looking really strong. I like Yuri actually going for the Gato pick early with it. You can see how strong his Gato is, especially with just dealing with most of these characters. Only really has to worry about Dolores if it goes that way, but it's not over just yet. Rome could definitely smoke him for a few decisions.
I like what Yurikov did there because we've seen that right there. A lot of wake-up DP from Rome trying to back him up, but you do it too many times. It's no longer a safe option because Yurikov is playing it safe. And now one good mix, one good poke, one hit confirm takes out this Ralph.
WCD actually being stuck on the side of Gato, but the jump in finds the win. Yuri again smoothing and moving with the Gato pick, and I like it. This also shows you how strong it is when you position your characters. Sometimes with your strongest characters, you might want to bring them out first and let the other ones kind of play back up a little bit. And right now, Yuri can get with it. Oh my God, never mind. Get smoked for jumping in.
Oh wow, good patience right there, not moving after after getting caught by that in the last time. But El Gato, man, it has just been putting in work, but finally gets a trade, finally gets rid of it. That was actually really good because that wasn't a lot of damage off of Dolores there. So you're gonna have a nice, healthy Dolores with a full life at that, fighting up against Wong, which has done some work, but we haven't seen her do a whole lot of work. When I say that, I mean, I'd like to see a climax cancel before this is over. That's all I'm saying.
For the culture.
For the culture.
Get to see
That's it. Just look, Dolores.
I'll tell you what, I do like these jumper situations right here, but then again, the anti drops it down with the sarcophagus, the guard cancel for some defense. Chases the roll. There you go, the dash up tech though. No meaties.
Ooh, the blocks once again. 5D just backing him off. Just poke game. Just back him off. Keep him away as much as possible. Yurikov is pretty much just trying to smother Rome, but Rome's defense has actually been pretty solid. Ooh, good job not walking up on that.
Don't want to get in. Keep that zone of pressure going. Keep it flowing.
Oh,
what a fantastic jumping on the timing and finds the finish. Sink him.
Incredible job once again from Rome, bringing it down to the last character. He's been trying really hard to catch Yurikov on one of these command grabs, just straight up, just trying to catch him slipping. But Yurikov is playing well. Now it's the Elizabeth. The Elizabeth is the moneymaker we saw from the first two games. Can it put it to bed right now, or does Rome get this huge W for Team JWong? It is looking rough. Holy crap.
It's looking rough. Look at these. All right.
Oh,
put in the corner into the super. They should seal it. Yes, sir. Yurikov over Rome.
Yurikov coming through with the W when it was the most needed. And that Elizabeth absolutely needed to be on that graphic. The OCB to start things off and then to shut it down. Keeping our side of things safe. Team NYC getting the W. However, still Rome himself, my man, look, I'll clap it up, man. Like, that was absolutely, it was so impressive. That was so impressive.
Yeah.
The Ralph put in work, the patience with the Dolores at the end, not going too crazy after you getting that, after getting the first anti-air, you want to do it again because you feel like, oh, I got it to work. But he didn't. He kept his composure because he knew that Yuri was going to look for that, and he was able to slow it down and prevent him from trying to mix him up. However, Yurikov is the one who sealed the deal. He was able to shut it down and get the first point on the board for Team Coach Steve.
Yeah, listen, I definitely gotta give y'all a little bit of love right here in terms of Rome, bro. All right, like, you definitely picked it up, and I feel like last week what we saw, Rome was like kind of like a little shaky, you know, maybe a little, the lights got in his eyes a little bit, but then like next week he's like, I've been here.
This was a different person.
I've been here. He said, hate me. He said, hate me, and now you're gonna hate to see this next match. The team captains going up on the deck to see who's gonna take it. I can't wait. Remember, this is gonna determine being in that top spot of the seating, right? That's gonna be a lot.
Yeah, this one right now, now it's on Captain's shoulders, right? Coach Steve could put it to bed and just get W right now, or force it to be the Reynald versus Tega set at the end, which I think still is going to be another incredible one. But this here, you're talking about the history. They mentioned it themselves. If you just go into your YouTube browser right now and type in Justin Wong versus Coach Steve, you will see like 7 different game categories come up. And they're all correct because of how much history these two have playing fighting games over the years. You can name it and they've done it. And they have a big reason as to why they are the team captains. And we're going to see that coming up here. We're seeing JWong dropping the Bejanet, which made me so sad. And that's why I didn't predict you this week. We're going to see the Vanessa, the Elizabeth, and the Dolores, which is what we saw him originally running. Yeah, it's like that. It's like that.
God, he still got the Vanessa, Elizabeth, and Dolores picks to do it, but Coach sees, because I'm top tier out here with the Mai in the back like that for the anchor position, and we definitely see Mai do a lot of work. Resets off the 2D right there, but we going in, trying to get that win situation, that dash up, jump CD.
Oh, 2B pressure, man, it's so good. You have to respect it at all times, and the wall carry. Ralph is incredible up front too, but when you have someone as fast as Vanessa's buttons, you can try to put 5D all you want, you can try to put 6E out all you want, it don't matter, but the guard cancel, getting him up 5D, backing him back in the corner.
Trade. Coach Steve eating a lot of these jump CDs for free. It's foot to face right here. You gotta do something different. Is that much bar to do, much against these anti-airs? He's just taking everything, but we chip no dip, and that'll do it right there. Justin Wong with the first one, getting it done.
You said the chip, man, the chip damage is so good. She's so consistent at it, but all that jumping is going to get checked a little bit now. You have to be careful with Dolores staring you down, but we already seen that Justin Wong can definitely do it. He has the ability to walk up. I think this is a good matchup here for Coach Steve to get back into it.
It could be. Just has to be able to finish it off. And you typically don't see Justin get this aggressive in any game, but right here, he's staying lame. Oh, here we go.
I like that
step.
Oh!
The wake up super doesn't hit. He was still airborne.
That's
Connects.
That's so important. Now jwong just keep pressuring him in the corner. Bar wasted. Oh wait a minute. Coach Steve poking out very well, keeping it simple. Simplicity is key here, and it's gonna do it. And that's gonna get him on the low and get Vanessa out of here.
Ooh, that was dangerous. That was looking strange. Well, I'll tell you one thing. Like, my man was able to stay solid with it. Justin Wong losing Vanessa. Let's see how Elizabeth be doing. We already talked about how strong Elizabeth is. Dolores gonna have to put that zoning game on the deck in any anti-air with a lot of damage to connect. But he doesn't have much bar. He only has one bar here, and need a lot more to get the job done.
This is looking like a winner at the airport, man. Nobody is flying right now. You cannot go in the air at all between these two. Elizabeth says no. Dolores says no. It's all about this grounded game. You can see jwong, anytime he jumps, he's not jumping far. He's trying to get Coach Steve to throw a button to whip so he could do exactly that. Cash out into super and take it out.
Dang, he was hunting for that. Found the hit to do it right there. Gets a fireball. Finishes it off. And now it's up to Mai to take down two characters. Two very strong characters right here. Elizabeth and Dolores. But Mai with bar can be really annoying. She's annoying anyway, but she can really get the damage going and flowing when she's got the bar. But don't let these jumpers go for free. Off the fireball. Calls it out. Then knocked down the corner.
You weren't kidding, man. Mai can definitely get it started. She's got to get a hit confirmed to get it going. But when she does, Coach Steve, one of the few still rocking Mai at the anchor position, using all this meter. Does he catch him slipping? Yes, he does. Decent chunk of damage. Do you get anything off it, though? jwong's defense has been so good. And that's it. That's game one going to jwong, man. That Elizabeth was looking good, but the Vanessa was looking even stronger, shutting him down. Kind of didn't really invalidate Ralph, but made it hard for Coach Steve to kind of walk with Ralph the way he wants. Like, usually he's really good at kind of walking you into the corner. I think we gave the same compliment to El Rosa with King of Dinosaurs. He walks you slowly to the corner, doesn't overcommit, doesn't get too ridiculous with trying to jump in too much. That doesn't really matter when Vanessa is also on the ground with you, waiting just to get one uppercut, and you have now found yourself in the corner.
It's kind of wild because, like, Mai herself, like, the fact that she doesn't really have, like, any grounded overheads, the fact that she needs, like, bar to, like, really get some anti-airs going and flowing, and the fact that Coach Steve didn't have that bar just speaks to how important it is to meter manage yourself in this game overall, right? If your best parts of your character are locked behind bar and you have nothing behind you, you get to build it up in the match like that, it's going to take a lot of work when that's your last character. You just still see Mai in the last pick to do it. Hopefully he has enough bar, if necessary, to find the finish, because Justin Wong is getting into him.
Oh, man, I like the mixes too, but just getting the throw, getting the side switch, that was so necessary. Speaking of the throw, gonna go ahead and box himself right out. You gotta watch, like, man, jumping and then 2B pressure has been so good, but now he's not respecting jumping, he's getting mixed.
XTP, run up throw. Coach Steve's trying to get anything going and flowing. Let's see that professional masher go to work. Backdash gets got again. The roll. Call up in the corner though. Wake up with violence. No peace, only problems.
Guard cancel, gonna get him out. Ralph cannot do it anymore as he gets anti-aired. Justin Wong calling out the jump again. The Ralph being pretty much just not useless, but invalidated in a way that really sucks. Here for Coach Steve, we see the Dolores come out.
All right, this is again one of those matchups where jump CD is gonna be really important. Deal with the fireballs, perfectly space those out, you'll be looking fine. But if she gets that jump CD and that, we see the upper right there and the corner carry, it'd be looking real dire right here. Coach Steve gotta be really careful. You saw him work around this. Guard cancel gets caught.
Jumping in. All right, good blocks once again. Good block continuing. The defense, I think if anything, look back on this set, it's been the defense of Jwong, man. He's constantly making sure that his pokes are safe, backing off, going for 2Ds, going for 2Bs. It doesn't matter as he cashes this out, and Dolores is getting cooked. We're looking at what could be an OCV for Justin Wong.
Tega, you talked a lot of smack, dog. You better come back like that. Last character, and maybe the last, I mean, actually, this might be the last game. Ways is going. Justin Wong say, I ain't lame. Jump CD, dash this situation, puts you in the corner. Gets the throw, though. I like that he's finally calling out some of these weaves that are kind of going for free. These command dashes that have kind of gone for free.
Oh, the dive and the 2D,
kick.
just blocking him to the corner. All you need is just quick buttons. Again, 2D, immediate dash up. Push Coach Steve in the corner. And now you have to guess. The guard cancel gets him out, though.
I think jump ins. Press it back like that. Just didn't want to try to get the chase down. Jump CD. Puts him in the corner. Caught him with the me, no vegan.
Oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. Can Coach Steve do it? No bars, but my in a dream. And that might be a very different thing that somebody might talk to you about that maybe you don't want to shake your hand afterwards for, but right now we're talking about the match. And Coach Steve, with that dream still on deck, trying to get, I like the attempt at the mix, but does not get it. Justin Wong throwing him right out.
Too much recovery. Justin Wong, and so is another character after this, the Dolores, who will find the hit. Oh my God, shiny, grimy, one touch the ceiling. He's got the bar at the bottom of the ceiling. Look, he's at one hit. And there it is, off the quick max like that, Justin Wong 2-0ing Coach Steve.
Ooh. Justin Wong sending a message with that one right there. Taking it out over Coach Steve. Coach proclaiming before the matches started that he got the matchups that he wanted. He felt good with the matchups that he got. But man, Jwong with team waifu, with Vanessa, just coming through and shutting down Ralph, shutting down the Dolores at the end, in the middle too. And by the time the Mai came out, there was too much damage done each time to make a comeback. It was so difficult to rebound. And Jwong, oh my goodness, we're going to a game number 3 to determine who gets to get this set. And this, after that one, not looking as good, but we still believe, right? We still believe in, and this is going to be a crazy one. Everything is on the shoulders of Tega versus Reynald up next.
I'll tell you one thing. This is, as we said before, it's an important match like that, but the level of play has increased every single week. Either which way you flip it, you know, the level of play has been ridiculous, and we have seen leaps and bounds between the players. I feel like Justin Wong has definitely even more so. Not that he was bad before, but grasp what this game is really about. The Elizabeth to do it. But now Toxic Tega though, like Toxic Tega. Listen, you're talking a lot of smack like that, bro. We might let you get on and speak if you win it for your team. I'll let you say what you got to say. Just remember though, I voted for you this time. So don't let me down. Don't let me down. Don't be a clown.
Same. That's all I have to say on that. Bro, like, Tega has some work to do because this is, in no way else to put it, this is the underdog going up against the champ. Reynald has been absolutely cooking everybody at NLBC the past few times we've seen him come through. And it's going to be a real showcase of what Tega can do to get into that point. He also has a couple top 8s himself. He does have top 8s at those NLBCs. He had 4th over at CT GamerCon himself, going down to, I cannot remember who, but it was a very good set and lose the semis. But actually, it might have been Coach Steve, actually. Yeah, it was Coach Steve. So going down to his own team captain. I'm looking forward to seeing how this goes. Now, matchup-wise, right? Depending on how Tega can deal with the Joe. The Joe is going to be a huge portion of the issues because Shermie is the actual problem at the end. But you have to get the Shermie. In order to get to that Shermie, this Joe is nuts on point. And I can't wait to see what we see out of that coming up with this first round here. How are you feeling about it when we go ahead and get to getting into this next game?
Man, you know what, Reynald is just so strong that like this kind of like we talked about before. When the game dropped, he was random selecting, figuring out all the characters. He's been strong in any game that he plays. He's just really aggressive with it, and he's one of those players that when you fight, you are just you sweat, your pits are sweaty, you're upset. Even if you win somehow in the end, like he's still upset about it. You're like, dang, this dude is too nice with it. Tega though, his style is really different. You know, Reynald has definitely he's got the pedigree. You know what I'm saying? So, but I don't think it will be free because I think Tega is the type to pick up games really quick with it. He's definitely been the type to, especially we saw in Grand Blue, Street Fighter, things like that. Even when he's not the most focused player, he's the most toxic kind of player, and he'll find the dirtiest way to play. He's already been breaking down the characters and stuff like that. He's been, even when he's bored, he's still learning about the game, thinking about the game. I can't give him too much credit. He's gonna start clipping this and then put it on his mantle, and I can't have him do all that like that. You know what I'm saying? But I gotta give him his flowers. I guess he's okay. If you're gonna be good today, let's see though, because Tega, I did pick you. You're toxic because the way you play is toxic. You're professional masters.
Bro,
change your name.
The way you talk about Tega, I feel like you're hurting picking that prediction. You're fighting yourself.
It's his fault
to get that. But still, what in the world are we looking at here? What
Tega.
in the world are we looking at here, Reynald?
Cronin? Tega. Cronin, are you good? Oh, he must have mispicked. There
ain't no way. You
got a crow? No, you ain't got no crow like that.
You ain't got
no crow like that. You better come correct against the champ.
So the Gato we did see. The Joe we did see. The Joe on the anchor and the Gato we've seen kind of at mid. But usually the Joe's at point.
Switch.
And we haven't seen Cronin at all. Like, at all.
I was looking at the top and I thought Tega had picked it. I was so upset. I was like, that's why he's talking.
No.
But Reynald, this could make sense. This
is real. It could also be matchup dependent too, right? Like you're going up, you know the Robert's gonna be out, and you want you want to answer to EX Tatsu, you want to answer to a big whip punish damage. You go for Cronin, even though Joe can do it too. This Cronin is also really good at just constantly boxing up that same damage. Oh, yo, all right. He is stomping on him. He is literally stomping on him. He's stomping on your dreams, stomping on all your hopes as he's taking them out.
Oh my God! Reversal on his wake up. He really DP'd on this man's wake up. Go back to sleep, Tega. It's bedtime, says Reynald. He really did. Bro, you are so gross.
All right, it's pro tag. All right, look. All right. It's pro tag privilege time, right? Rock Howard, one rock, one dream, one whip punish once again, and Reynald is having a field day. I am slowly losing hope. Tega gonna try to pull it back through. It's looking very rough. This Cronin, we're gonna talk about what we're so confused as why we're seeing this.
Sheesh.
Well, Reynald figures something out, and we are learning it here together.
I mean, you do get like good Oki off his knockdowns and things like that. The combos are really good too. The character, stuff like that. He's got decent pokes. You know, he doesn't have the best damage, but like whenever I see him play this character when it dropped, this is why people thought the character was good, because Reynald will play this character and piece people up. And already about to OCV men like Tega out here. If you're gonna get toxic on Twitter, you're gonna get toxic in this game, because right now Reynald is running all over you.
Man, Reynald, not only is his anti-air game been so good, his ability, like you said, his coverage on Wake Up has been so good, but big damage coming through here. Look at all that. Yes, sir, about 70-80%. And finally, Cronin is gone. Andy waking up on the side of Tega. Tega's got a lot to work to do.
Yeah, he does. It's a long hill to climb, and it won't be fine because you've got Gato. And with the best costume, I see that. Careful with the fireballs. Any big jump in or an EX situation could spell doom. Off the low, as soon as he woke up, caught him. Eyes weren't even open.
About to change that song from black and yellow to black and blue after this one right here. Man, he's looking all kinds of bruised up as we see him come through. Kick him in the face real quick. Cut it down. Actually, that's his whole chest. That's his stomach. That's his solar plexus.
Dang,
he can't
that was
breathe.
everything.
He can't breathe. Somebody, please. Somebody get the defibrillator. We got a man down. Reynald coming in with the Cronin and then closing it out with the Gato. We didn't even get to see the Joe. All that hype up of Joe beforehand. Bro, Tega, are you okay, bro? Are you okay?
Are you okay?
Look.
Tega. You talking a lot of smack like that, dog, up in the chat like that. Y'all were talking so much smack when I went into the Twitch chat right after this all went down last week. Y'all were so confident, professional masters right here. But Reynald said, y'all better keep it meaty, no vegan, because my man actually hit him with a DP on his wake up. If we're talking about toxicity, the title might have to go to Reynald. This dude, he's having fun. It's a one-player game.
I am cracking up with the banter in chat, man. Coach Steve earlier said Vanessa's better than me, a la Def. And then we get into this match. Jwong, your team is cheating. I'm reporting all y'all. All right, we're going to get into what could potentially be the closing game of tonight. Reynald currently up 1 over Tega. Tega, what worked for him last week against Andy to get back into it was the robber. It's not looking like that's going to happen as he whiffs a DP in front of him once again. And he's, bro, this poke game, what do you do?
And the throw. Look at where he's standing. Look at that range, too. Looking for any sort of, if you're trying to poke, I'll put you back in the corner. And then push back like that on the drill also, just adding up into that presence. But unfortunately, not a lot of damage done from this character, right? You're not dishing out a ton of damage. You're just being real annoying with it. Tega put back into the corner, the dash up throw.
More
decision 2.
You can see it, man. Reynald wanted another wake-up option again. Just kind of stepping back, waiting to see what he would do. But Tega now moving forward, but gets answered back. Tried to get a jump in. No, sir. Reynald not having that. Constantly, his ability to stay calm and to scramble is second to none right now, man. He is so good already off the start. And it is looking like it's going to continue right now. Rock, man, he's getting grabbed so much. He's snatching up his soul, snatching up his dreams, snatching up his chances of winning this whole thing.
You ain't lying, dog. Right now, my man's crying. Hold on now, Tega, wiping the tears. And strike it back like that with the rock. This is one of his best characters, one that he's really labbed out the most. But Reynald with the buttons on wake up. EX. I bet. And the last hit will connect in the super. Reynald, you are toxic.
The damage.
I'm gonna be real with you. People put this character in the bottom or lower side of mid tier, but someone like Reynald doesn't. It's not looking at the tier list, dog. He has his game plan and to figure out the characters that can lead him to victory.
It's his ability to control the game so far too. But Tega, it's been, bro. You should switch to Andy to the front, bro. Like Andy is like the only thing working against this. Unfortunately, there's only a best of 3 here for this round. It's not enough to do it. This El Gato has shown up, and he has shown up to play. 2 bars on deck, and it's not looking too bright as he continues to get the poke outs. You got to watch out for that jumping pressure.
We've seen it. Off of the X bar, you can go far. Look at that. He gets a pick up, the lunge punch. Dash the situation. You have to block right here. Tega needs to get some offense. It's looking real bad for men like Tega out here. Look how he's dealing with the fireballs, too.
Oh, EX kicks. Excuse me, not EX kicks. We're just going up to Stairmaster real quick. Getting that leg done, but the palms coming through. He's keeping it simple. Actually, all right, Reynald, are you
He's having fun. I think he's
trolling. He is trolling. He is trolling.
Fireball. He didn't get the hit. That wasn't it. Oh, my God. Ajax wasn't it. It might cost him.
Oh, what do you do? All right, Stairmaster once again. Getting a decent amount of damage. Fireball game coming through, but you got to watch out because he's going to jump it eventually. Okay, Tega. Wait a minute,
Tega!
Oh, wait, who won?
Who took it? Is that Reynald? It's Reynald. He's gonna take it with the K double KO.
And Reynald takes it 2-0 over Team Coach Steve's final piece of the puzzle. It is going to go to Reynald, and it is going to go to Team Justin Wong here today. Team Coach Steve. We believe hard. However, Cola, I don't know if you're aware yet. Did you see who they're sending in for the interview? Because
oh man,
I think I might get up and walk away for a minute as we get talking.
I might have to too.
Take a look at this right here, this graphic. 2 wins only from Yurikov, but then everything else going to Team Jwong. 2 on the side of Reynald, 2 on the side of Jwong, and 1 in there for Rome. And Rome was very close to taking it 2-1 over Yuri too. Like that first match was not at all by any means very easy for Yurikov in that last one either. He had to work because that Dolores showed up to play. And Rome's gonna show up to cook us in a second because that's who they're gonna send in for this interview, bro.
Oh,
we both believed really hard in that. And finally, look, I had 3 right. And last week I did pick Team.
It don't matter right now.
I did.
He gonna cook you.
I just want to know. I just want to make it known that last week I did believe in Team jwong on the first week. However, I am going to properly hold this L in front of my head as we both sit here and wait for a second as we get ready to talk to Rome himself when he gets in here for this interview. But this second week, man, what an incredible follow-up to week 1. We saw incredible play from, 3 weeks in from some King of Fighters action. And then this week here, we saw people piloting so much cleaner than before. Like we saw the Gato, sure. We saw some rock play, but everybody else's characters were just that much better. And you were mentioning before how jwong just looked so much cleaner this week, even though he did look good last week. This week felt like prime jwong. We saw the spacing on the lows. You know it's jwong. He's going low. You're gonna get hit by it. Just understand. You gotta take the overhead, take the grab, take the overhead. Because the low is coming eventually. Just don't ever stand up. But
that's true.
Whoo,
man, Reynald though. Reynald at the end felt like he was purely confident in his play. And when you see him troll like that, I might have to give the title of toxicity to you, dog. I think you are definitely the most toxic player right now, but in a good sort of way. Unlike Tega, I'll tell you one thing: that was super sick with it. You saw him having fun, playing with his food. Okay, but I will say that will just make someone like Tega just get stronger and stronger and recognize how strong that he's got to fight in terms of the player base and things like that. And really focus, put his mind on the grind.
Oh man, look, I to be honest, looking at everybody across the entirety of this game so far, we're gonna see a lot of people rise. We're gonna see the strengths of Kain, the strengths of Rosa, and everybody else. But come combo breaker, I'm looking at Reynald. I am looking at Reynald right now as the biggest threat to everybody, who everybody needs to pay attention to. If you are going in there and you are not prepped for Reynald, you are not going to win. And I think that is a huge thing to pay attention to as we get to that. But big stage, the lights are on, the pressure's on. That's when people really shine, and that's when you see some big upsets come through. So let's see if Reynald can pull it out for that too.
You said that, but we got to give credit again to Rome. For doing so when the big lights were on. He says a little bright like that, but I'm all right. And the next week, he's looking like his picture, all stanced up. Everyone else is smiling. Rome came here for business.
You are right now, but we ain't gonna be right for the next 30 seconds because Rome is here to talk to us for a second. Rome.
Oh no.
Rome.
Oh no.
How? Rome himself.
You're ready to do this interview. I just wanted to play. But what's up, y'all? What's going on?
What's going on, man? So. You guys came out to play, and not only play, you came out swinging, and you as well. That first game, man, it was not looking too hot, just to put it out into perspective. But you bounced back so well against Yurikov with that Ralph, and brought it to game 3, almost making it a clean 3-0 sweep against Team Coach Steve this week.
Yeah, well, Yurikov got lucky. I don't know Gato yet. But I want to say this actually before I even go further. How dare y'all bet against the house? How do y'all do that? How do y'all bet against? I'm putting y'all both on blast. How do y'all do that? Please. Yeah, you just gonna leave? Yeah, just leave. It's all good. Cole, what's up, man?
Listen. Okay, hold on now. Let me talk my piece, because this is the same person that was running Benny on their team recently. This is the same person that's been going through a character crisis. So pardon me if I didn't think that you were all the way ready. I thought you were ready, but I didn't know if you were gonna be all the way there. So I had, I was like,
bro. Okay? I started this off
but you proved
saying
to me that you were out of there.
I started to stop saying Buff Benny Maru. And this how you treat me, bro? I screamed for Buff Benny Maru. This how you treat me? This how you treat me, bro?
Nerf him now, SNK. Nerf him.
You also said Team Coach Steve. I was hurt, man. That's why I came out striking. I was like, nah, if I don't do it, I got the
look, this is we all casters here. This is some caster on caster violence. I don't appreciate this right now, man. You hurting us over here, man. I don't appreciate that right now. I'm trying. But for real though, we're gonna gladly hold that L this week because I truly believe I did truly believe in Team Coach Steve this week because I think that they had an incredible performance last week, but y'all came and proved everyone wrong. You had an incredible run yourself. That one win actually does matter because if tiebreakers happen, that will also count towards it. And then the two clean 3-0 sweeps, you guys are guaranteed not last seed because of winning that match just now. Congratulations, and I'm looking forward to seeing how you guys play next week. Cola.
All right. Listen.
Cola.
Okay.
Right. Now that the room is clear. That ain't go as bad. We were able to kind of reverse it real quick. I feel like I feel like the 2v1 right there. Like we were able to kind of flip the situation, right? Like we
flip the script. We got him. Gotcha, Rome.
Look, we got you. Not for real. All right. Like
I'm losing
incredible.
That
was funny, and I love it. And honestly, like this is some of the best about our community. Like having all this stuff that's happening on Twitter and stuff lately, right? Keep it in the game. Have fun with it. There's nothing wrong with banter. There's nothing wrong with throwing like some talk back and forth. But keep it respectful, keep it in the game, and have some fun with it. Because the moment you start taking it out of the game, that's when you need to go ahead and take yourself out the venue and not come back for a little while. Cool off. We'll talk to you later. Keep it chill. Or keep it inside the game itself. Like keep the, as we saw Reynald do the Tega today. Keep that toxicity going and flowing. That was a very mean match like that, but it won't be always like that because we have seen people rise, and week after week they've been practicing, they've been grinding. Some of these players out here, Justin saying they think I just do trials. Talk to him, Justin. Listen, I ain't say all that. I know what you do. You a casual tournament player that just be winning hundreds of tournaments out here. But it's definitely clear that, again, people are getting to that point where everyone's on that same line. Yes, there's some that may be a little bit lower than others, and that's going to happen with legacy players and stuff like that. But I think it's starting to get a lot more blurred. And so where you place people in your teams, where you put them is going to be even more important as we go on to the next couple of weeks. And we only have a few more weeks. Unfortunately, this can't go forever. So next week is week 3. We switching things up once again. You see what comes out of these situations. Speaking of week 3 and these situations, let's take a look at where these standings are right now. 4 on the board for Team Justin Wong. Broke the tie between him and Coach Steve this week, going up into the guaranteed first place at the moment. However, that does not guarantee that he will definitely have first place next week. If they could get that W, that means they have first seed going into week 4. Team Coach Steve and JMCrofts, this is going to matter a lot. Now, Team Kizzie K, though, out here struggling. They gotta find their strong suit. They gotta find that W, and they have a very strong overall team. I feel like they have just like if there is a team that has been so close so many times to getting a W. We talked about how Diaphone is like the one who makes it the closest, but like sometimes you look at it and go, oh, that set shouldn't like look that way. Team Kizzie K has brought it down to the wire, but they haven't been able to seal the deal, which they're going to have a lot of momentum going into that last week to make sure that they don't go down in a clean sweep against everybody.
Yeah, that'd be difficult. That would be something you want to have happen. And again, the team composition is going to matter, so I can't wait to see what they do in terms of how they improve. And I can't wait to see all the teams and all the bouts, all the action. It's been super sick with it. I love the variety. Y'all thought it was going to be top tiers out here. We got the variety with that spice. It ain't so nice because this is King of Fighters, wisdom, flavor. And again, I can't wait to see who's going to win in the end. We still got a few more weeks to go. Ajax, dog. This has been ridiculous. This has been fun. But we're almost done. You got any more thoughts you want to say to the people?
I can't wait to see what next week is, man. Also, please, somebody get this man a contract on a music production team right now because your bars are fire at all times. That's all we got to say. Thank you so much, everybody, once again, for chilling with us on week number 2 for the first iteration of Fight Night Lights Out. Thank you again for Wisdom for putting on this show that we get to continue to have. But the action does not end with this week here. The same time next week, Friday, we have the determination of the final seeds that will be happening for this tournament to figure out who will be placed up against each other in that final bracket on the final week to get a piece of that $10,000.